So hi, my name is Alejandra Sejo, and I work with Jillian. If you want to go and introduce yourself,
Hi, my name is Jillian.
and
Uh,
point person was Diane. I don't know if she's here, but she wants to introduce herself as well. So we're gonna be introducing or presenting to you our mobile cart concept. Um, it was gonna be located in the Southcoast Hospital, located on 363 Highland Ave in Fall River. Um, the hospital has a cafeteria that is open from 6:30 in the morning to 6:30 p.m. It also has light fare options for those that are attending the hospital from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And there's also a coffee kiosk located in the main lobby and in the emergency department, and that is open from 6:30 in the morning to 7 p.m. on weekdays. Jillian, you can go ahead and present the research.
okay, let me pull up. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry, my computer's just a little slow.
Not a problem. I was gonna say, Allie, I don't know if there's any way to get the your first to get that larger.
Yeah, I don't know why it won't let me download it to my computer. It will only let me open with Google Docs and just
Okay,
the whole format.
that's fine.
One
That's
second.
fine.
Okay, so I did some research. I just looked all over the internet. Honestly, I have tons of it. I have about a 3-page paper worth of research on mobile carts, and this has been implemented internationally. They've been implementing mobile carts in the UK. I've seen some all over the US. So I kind of tried to get different ideas from different areas. Most of the research has been very streamlined. It's all been the same. All of the nurses have found that it's been very useful having a mobile cart available to them and providing nutrition, hydration to them on long days that they might not have brought anything, days that they're having a bad day. A lot of them had talked about little motivational sayings and things like that they really enjoyed reading. It does really help having something like this implemented in the hospitals, as I've worked multiple 16-hour shifts and not being able to stop for breaks, or maybe finally getting a lunch at 2 o'clock when you started at 7. It can be a really long day. So I found that a lot of the hospitals, the nurses really, really, really enjoyed having something like this. So I found that most of my research was, like I said, streamlined. It was the same, but I think that this would be good to implement if possible at this hospital.
Jillian as well did go around and talk to different nurses, and this
Oh,
was an interactive research part. So if you want to go ahead and introduce
oh, yes. So I have multiple friends at Charlton, different hospitals, Rhode Island Hospital, Brigham and Women's, St. Anne's, Rhode Island Hospital, Charlton, that I went and I spoke with them specifically on what they were looking for as far as on the mobile cart. A lot of them had obviously coffee. That's always a must. Coffee, teas, water. Water was huge as well. Having anything they can grab, granola, parfaits, apples, bananas. Let's see, what else did I have on here? Mints, M&Ms, anything like little chocolates, the Dove chocolates with the little sayings. That was a big hit for everybody. Pretzels. Let's see, what else did I have? Smoothies. Some of them had said smoothies. I don't know how possible that is to do something like that, but smoothies, having that available. Crystal Light packets. I actually had a lot of people from Charlton recommend the Crystal Light packets to put in the water. Different juices, cereal bowls. I know that they actually have it. I think it's called the Jolly Trolley at St. Anne's. And she was giving me ideas from what they use. And I think they even had oatmeal packets, which is great because if you can have oatmeal, that would definitely sustain you for a long period of time. So I did get a bunch of options from nurses and what they recommended as far as their suggestions.
Thank you. And then these were our resources. And then we also have some inspiration images on the left. And then as we go down, this is our idea of and we want to call it the motivational mobile cart because it's supposed to motivate our nurses and their staff. So we wanted to go with like a more vintage concept. So we incorporated the more vintage bicycle wheels,
Mhm.
as well as like the older like vintage design, cart design. We're gonna have healthy snacks and drinks provided, and they will be storage in the back. We did do rounded corners, so it doesn't ruin any of the walls or scratch any of the walls or hurt anybody. We want to use the yellow color because it portrays energy, happiness, and warmth. We will have a chalkboard and it's going to have different positive words of wisdom. If there's a birthday, maybe we can write a birthday on there, as well as flowers that will be artificial for allergy reasons. They will either represent like the flower of the month or just like switch them out so it can, give the nurses some motivation and energy. And yeah, that concludes our presentation.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Do we want to open it up to any questions or feedback to them?
I think it's so cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, great job, guys.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just have one question to the group. Great job. I love the vintage cart feel. That's cool with the wheels. Just a question. Jillian, I know that you were in the research a little bit and in the literature.
Yes. Yes.
Did you come across, what other organizations are doing in terms of paying for something like this? So
No, actually, that's a good question.
yeah, so because I'm always thinking about the checkbook.
Oh, it's true. I mean,
that-
where's it going to come from?
Yeah. So I mean, because I imagine like you can have like two different options. You can have drinks and snacks and desserts that are free. So they're just like grab and go. You grab them, they're free. But then, is there an option where you could go around and staff could pay for what they wanted? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, and I didn't know if you had seen anything that talks about
so some of them, I will have to say, as far as like how like Charlton could do it, I'm not 100% sure, but doing the research, I did find that some places had it where it was free, that this was a free option for them. They even had, I know at Rhode Island Hospital, they have this. I know it's different than what this is. This is a mobile cart. They actually have food trucks that would stop by the hospital, and they would donate the food as well. I came across that in my research. I didn't really incorporate that because it's a food truck, but a lot of, some people would actually get donations, or local businesses would donate money to have for something like this. They would donate food, they would donate money, so that way it could go back to the nurses. But I didn't see any options as far as like actually paying. That would be a good question. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if the nurses would want to do that. I'm sure obviously free is better, but I'm sure you could hook up a system, a little system where they can just scan their card or automatically take it out. But
I mean, ideally, it would be nice if it was free.
Oh, of course. 100%. 100%.
We like free.
Yeah.
And I love free. Free is for me, especially after a long day. I rather just grab and go.
And I definitely agree with your needs assessment that there, especially for our off-shift employees, there's not a lot of options available. So
no, there isn't. And actually, one of the nurses that I spoke with is a third shift nurse.
Right.
And barely gets to get a break. She's working long hours. She usually comes in early to cover second. So, I mean, she was the one who gave me the options about the oatmeal. She's the one who works at St. Anne's and stuff. And so she was the one who telling me hers is free. I think the St. Anne's one might be free. I think it is.
Okay.
I think there's a scrap though.
I know it was mentioned in Rose's class. We were talking about how like some patients, they do really enjoy like the staff and like their stay at the hospital, and they do want to like tip out their nurses. And obviously like nurses can't take those tips. So maybe we could like, for those patients that do want to do that, they can just implement that money into the cart and like kind of as a donation.
That's so sweet. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's definitely an option because a lot of patients want to give back and they don't know how to give back. So we actually here are gonna, part of our philanthropy department is putting together like a grateful patient program. So for patients who want to like give back to the staff, they could certainly donate to something like this. And if they see the cart coming around, it's even better because then they can see where their donation would go to. And you could say, your donation would go to stocking this motivational mobile cart for the staff. And I think that would be, I think we would probably get a lot more donations when people can actually see like, the finished product and what we're trying to accomplish. So yeah, great job. Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I love that idea too. Maybe we could add that to some of the suggestions as we move to the final presentation, that, maybe there's a contribution and there's some sort of hashtag or QR code and they go to that. Great. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.